We've all been there. You press the power button, sit back, and watch your PC spend 5 minutes struggling to boot, even though you have absolutely zero windows open. It's easy to assume your hardware is getting old and dying, but the physical components are usually fine. The real issue is hidden software, silently hoarding your system's resources in the background. You don't need to download any sketchy, third-party cleaner apps to fix this. Windows has every tool built right in to reclaim your wasted RAM and CPU power. By taking manual control of these native utilities, you clear out the bottlenecks and restore your machine to its day one speeds. Step 1 is the primary battlefield for PC optimization, the Task Manager. You open it instantly by pressing Control, Shift, and Escape. If you are running Windows 10, look along the top row and click on the tab specifically labeled Startup. For those on Windows 11, the interface has changed slightly. Look at the left sidebar and click the icon that looks like a speedometer. Once you're there, find the column labeled Startup Impact and click the header. This sorts the list, bringing the heaviest offenders straight to the top. Now we look for non-essential programs. Music streaming platforms like Spotify frequently configure themselves to launch the exact second your PC boots. You'll also see secondary offenders like persistent cloud drives, such as OneDrive if you don't use it, and hidden background updaters for design software like Adobe. To shut them down, right-click the application's name and select Disable. Keep in mind, this does not delete the software. Disabling it simply stops the auto-launch. Just ensure you leave your core system drivers and antivirus software untouched. Choking off these unneeded applications right at the boot bottleneck is the single highest yield action you can take to slash your overall startup time. Next, we need to address the active background processes that continuously drain your system while you're actually trying to work. Still in the Task Manager, click over to the Processes tab. As this diagram shows, clicking the column headers for CPU, memory, or disk sorts the list by whichever component is seeing the highest usage. You are looking for recognizable third-party programs consuming over 80% of any single resource category, especially when your computer is sitting idle. When you spot a rogue application or a memory leak, right-click that specific program and select End Task to terminate it immediately. One strict rule here: never terminate processes explicitly labeled System or Windows Explorer. Doing so will trigger a complete operating system crash. Actively monitoring and terminating these invisible resource leaks keeps your machine from unexpectedly locking up right in the middle of a critical task. Beyond active programs, Windows inherently accumulates gigabytes of digital clutter. Hidden temporary installer files and system error memory dumps pile up and heavily throttle your disk's read and write operations. Press the Windows key plus R, type the %, the word temp, and another %, then hit Enter. This opens the system's primary hidden temporary cache folder. Press Ctrl-A to select everything in the folder, then hold Shift and press Delete. This aggressively clears the files and entirely bypasses the recycle bin. You will inevitably hit a File in Use dialog box. Just check the box for all current items and explicitly click Skip. Those are files Windows is actively using right now. For the second layer of cleaning, press the Windows key, search for Disk Cleanup, and select your C drive. Check the boxes for temporary files, thumbnails, and DirectX shader cache, then click OK. While we clear out files, we also need to address visual bloat. Mandatory Windows UI transparency and drop shadow animations force older graphics hardware to work overtime for no functional benefit. Press Windows plus R again and type sysdm.cpl to directly access the Advanced Performance Settings menu. Under the Advanced tab, click Settings and select Adjust for Best Performance. To keep Windows usable, check the custom boxes to retain thumbnail previews and smooth screen fonts, then hit Apply. Stripping away that cached junk and visual rendering flare radically drops the baseline workload on your hardware, leaving those resources open for the actual tasks you care about. Finally, we need to look at how you turn off your PC, because the default shutdown procedure is deceiving. Head back to the Task Manager, click the Performance tab, and look at your CPU uptime. This clock counter reveals your machine might actually have been running for weeks without a true reset. This happens because of a Windows feature called Fast Startup. When you click Shut Down, Windows actually puts the PC into a low-power hibernation state. This keeps deep-rooted driver glitches and memory fragmentation alive across multiple sessions. To fix this, click the power icon and explicitly select Restart. This action forces a complete kernel and driver reload from the ground up. Executing this true, clean restart is an absolute requirement. It clears those lingering memory errors and locks in the optimization changes you just made. When the system boots back up, you see the practical results immediately. You reach your desktop in record time, entirely free from Spotify pop-ups or background game launchers fighting for attention. Do a final check in the Task Manager to verify. Your CPU and memory baseline usage should finally be resting quietly at low, stable levels. Try this on your own machine and let us know your specific before and after boot times down in the comment section. Regular, intentional maintenance using these built-in tools guarantees peak machine performance, allowing you to bypass expensive hardware upgrades entirely.